Welcome back to Wisdom and Work. I'm Larry Holmes, and this is the fourth episode on this theme. The first episode was 3 weeks ago, was on how the AI disruption is coming after people's jobs. And then 2 weeks ago was about how your worth is in the fact that you bear the image of God. Your worth is not in your productivity. And then last week I emphasized how in the age of AI, you must be a generalist, not a specialist. And today I want to talk to you about preparing for AI financially in a practical way. The question people are asking is, how do I protect me and my family economically? And the answer is, you need to stop depending on just one income stream. And so today I'll show you examples of 3 income streams Christians might consider. In my financial advising days, I saw many families who became devastated, not because they were irresponsible, but because all their eggs were in one basket. One job, one income, 2 at the most, one employer, and then the company restructured, their jobs were gone, their family was in crisis. I saw it happen to managers, engineers, accountants, skilled professionals, good people, hard workers, but they were vulnerable. A single income stream makes you vulnerable, but multiple income streams make you resilient. That was true in 1985, and it's way, way more true in 2025. With AI disruption, depending on one job isn't just risky, it's reckless. So 3 things today. First, why single income families are sitting ducks in the AI age. Second, 3 specific income streams you can start building now. And third, the biblical framework for thinking about multiple income streams and income sources. And this doesn't have anything to do with greed or lack of trust. It's all about stewardship. It's about protecting your family. It's about being wise in uncertain times. This has been the American pattern for decades. You get a job, you work at that job for 40 years or more at one or more companies, you get a pension or maximize your 401k, you retire to Florida or somewhere and collect seashells or something. That model is dead, or soon to be dead. Companies don't offer pensions anymore. Job security is gone. The average person changes jobs 12 times in their career. Industries get disrupted. Remember Blockbuster, Kodak, countless others? Now AI is accelerating everything. The math is simple. One income stream equals 1 point of failure. That income stream goes away, and the family is in immediate crisis. No cushion, no backup plan, no plan B. And here's what most people don't realize. You're not just vulnerable to losing your job, you're vulnerable to the job itself becoming obsolete. Vulnerable to your skills becoming outdated. Your entire industry disappearing. In more and more cases, AI is doing what you do, but doing it cheaper and faster. This isn't just economic foolishness, it's biblical foolishness. Proverbs 6, verses 6 through 8. Go to the ant, O sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. What's the ant doing? Not depending on one source. Preparing ahead, building reserves, working when times are good, to prepare for when times are bad. That's wisdom. That's stewardship. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 2. Give a portion to 7 or even to 8, for you know not what disaster may happen on earth. What's Solomon saying? He's saying diversify. Don't put everything in one place. Spread your risk. because you don't know what's coming. And no need to be anxious if you're prepared. In Matthew 25, the parable of the talents, and it's not the main point, but it's a possible application. The servants who invested and multiplied their resources were rewarded. The servant who buried his one talent lost everything. God rewards those who wisely steward the resources he's given you. A single income stream is like burying your talent. You're not increasing, you're just maintaining, and that's dangerous. A quick clarification before we get into the three possible examples. These aren't get-rich-quick schemes. They're income diversification strategies. Build it slowly, over time, while you still have your primary job. So think of them as financial insurance for you and your family if a family applies to you. So income stream number one, skills-based side work. Here's what it is. It's using skills you already have or can quickly learn to serve clients outside your 9-to-5 job. Could be freelance work, consulting, contract work, could be evenings, weekends, or flexible hours. It works because you already have marketable skills. AI makes it easier to find clients, maybe using LinkedIn or Upwork or maybe your existing network. You can start small and grow as you have more capacity. And if you lose your main job, it becomes your bridge income. Here's a biblical example. Paul the tent maker. The Apostle Paul had a side hustle, so to speak. He made tents to support his ministry. He didn't depend on just church support alone. So multiple income streams means more freedom to serve God. Here's some typical examples, what people who used to come to my seminars were doing. There was an engineer who consulted on weekends, 20 hours a month, $2,000 to $3,000 extra. There was a teacher who tutored evenings, made $500 to $1,000 a month doing that. There was an accountant who did taxes seasonally, January through April, made $5,000 to $10,000 a month doing that. There was a graphic designer who did freelance projects, made about $1,000 to $2,000 a month doing that. The key is to start with what you already know. Serve anywhere from 1 to 5 clients at first, build slowly, and this becomes your skill-based safety net. And you can start this week. So first, list 3 skills you have that others would pay for. You have them, you just got to think about it. Second, tell 5 people about it. Taking on freelance work and whatever. Know anyone who needs help? And third, set aside just 5 hours this week to serve 1 client. It's not about quitting your job, it's about adding a safety net. Okay, income stream number 2, digital products or services. It's creating something once and selling it over and over again. Could be an online course, an ebook, a template, a consulting package, a digital guide. It scales without requiring more of your time after you invest the initial time. It particularly works in the AI age because AI makes creation easier. It helps you write, helps you design, can help you organize. Distribution is cheap. Internet, social media, email, cheap. And it works while you sleep. Generalists excel at this because generalists know how to connect ideas from different fields of interest. A biblical principle is Joseph's storage system. Joseph built infrastructure during abundance. He served people during famine. He prepared once, benefited repeatedly. That's what digital products do today. Here are some possible examples from my world. A finance guy could create Excel templates for budgeting, sell them for, say, $20 each. And if he sells 50 a month, that's $1,000 a month. A pastor might create a small group curriculum, sell it to other churches, maybe make $500 a month, passive income. A manager could create leadership training courses, sell 10 to 20 a year for $200 each. That's $2,000 to $4,000. As for me, I was an independent contractor, so I could do seminars with any of 4 or 5 seminar companies. When one of them merged or filed for bankruptcy, and it happened, I just contracted with another company. And I taught a lot of different topics. I taught them both in person and online. I also developed new seminar curriculums for other seminar leaders and updated old curriculums for people. So there's multiple streams of income. And even now, I'm making YouTube videos and writing on Substack. I don't have any plans to monetize any of this at this point, but it's possible. A lot of people do it. The key is to teach what you know, package your expertise, help people solve specific problems, create once and sell many times. This is Christian stewardship because you're multiplying your impact. You're helping more people than you could if you were just doing it one-on-one. You're creating assets to provide for the family. So you're investing, multiplying, and you're growing. You can start this week by identifying one problem you solve that others might be struggling with. Outline a simple guide or course or template that solves it. Create a basic version, just basic, doesn't have to be perfect, and offer it to 5 people and get their feedback on it. Start small, build gradually, and over time it becomes passive income. Finally, income stream number 3, a family business or partnership. This is a business that you build with your family. This could be a service business, could be an online store, a local business in your area, a digital business. Everyone contributes, everyone benefits. It's powerful because it brings the family together around a shared purpose. Kids learn business skills they're going to need by watching and helping. There are multiple people contributing, not just one. And it could become the primary income if jobs are lost, or even if jobs aren't lost. You just prefer it this way. A biblical model is Priscilla and Aquila. Priscilla and Aquila were a husband and wife team that were in the tent making business. They supported Paul's ministry. They worked together. They served together. And the family was the economic unit. The historic reality is that for thousands of years, families worked together in farm, trade, and shop businesses. The industrial age separated us. Fathers went to factories, mothers stayed home, kids went to school. And so the family stopped being the economic unit. The digital age opportunity is that technology makes family businesses doable again. Everyone can work from home. They can serve clients from all over, even globally, and they can build something together. Here's why this matters theologically. Deuteronomy 6, verses 6 and 7 says, "These words shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house and when you walk by the way." It's harder for kids to learn if dad's gone 50 hours a week. But with a family business, kids see their parents work, learn by watching, and learn how to contribute as well. Here's some real examples. A family started a lawn care business. Dad and his 2 teenage sons worked summers, made $15,000. A couple ran an Airbnb. The wife managed it, the husband did maintenance, made $2,000 a month. A family that created an online store selling handmade goods. Everyone helped, made $1,500 a month. A home bakery, mom and daughters working weekends, made $800 to $1,200 a month. The vision is not about getting rich, although there's nothing wrong with that. It's about the family working together, building something that could support you if you need it. Teaching kids business and entrepreneurship, stewardship, and work ethic. Here's how to start. Have a family meeting and ask, what could we build together? Identify, what do we know? What do people need? What can we offer? Start tiny. One service, one product, one client. Then reinvest profits in the business and grow slowly. And this becomes your family's economic protection. So those are 3 good income stream potentials. And I already know the objections, so let me respond to them in advance. Objection number 1 is, I don't have time for this. My response, you don't have time not to do this. What happens when your one job disappears? Or even 2 jobs if both spouses work? You'll need income immediately, and you won't have time to build it then. The reality, start with 5 hours per week. That's less than one evening or part of one Saturday. Build slowly over 1 or 2 years. And by the time AI disrupts your job, you'll have backup income. Time management is stewardship. How you spend time is how you steward life. Spending 5 hours a week building a safety net is wise stewardship. Spending 20 hours a week watching TV or strolling on your phone is poor stewardship. Objection number 2. Isn't this not trusting the Lord to provide? Shouldn't I be content with the job I have now? My response, this isn't about lack of trust, it's about wisdom. Contentment doesn't mean passiveness. In Proverbs 6, the ant is content, but still prepares. Paul's example is that he was content in all circumstances. Philippians 4, verses 11 and 12. Yet he also works as a tent maker, had more than one income stream. A lack of preparation is not contentment. And if it sounds greedy, there's a big difference between greed and stewardship. Greed is accumulating for self, never satisfied, and money becomes a god. Stewardship is preparing for the family, being ready to give generously, using money as a tool. The question to ask, am I building these income streams to hoard wealth or to protect my family and have resources to serve God's kingdom? It's the motive what matters. The third objection, I'm not entrepreneurial. I'm not a business person. I'm not an entrepreneur. My response, you don't need to be Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. You just need to serve people and solve problems. That's all a business is. Peter, James, and John were fishermen. They weren't entrepreneurs in the modern sense, but they knew how to work. They adapted their skills. They became fishers of men. They adapted, and you can adapt too. The ability to adapt will be critical in the AI age. You already have skills people need. You solve problems at your job every day, or whatever it is you do. You help people. You create value. And now you're doing the same thing outside your 9-to-5 job. And so here's the choices coming, and what I believe. In the next 5 or 10 years, it'll separate families into 2 groups. Single income families that are fragile, vulnerable, and at risk, and multiple income families that are secure and positioned to serve. It's about resilience, about wisdom, about stewarding what God has given you. Proverbs 27, verse 12. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. AI is the danger I'm trying to prepare you for. You can see it coming. You can prepare, or you can ignore it and suffer the consequences. Your choice. So this week, pick one income stream to start. Option 1, skill-based side work. List 3 skills people would pay for. Tell 5 people you're available. Serve 1 client this month. Second option, digital products. Identify 1 problem you solved. Create a simple guide or course. Offer it to 5 people for feedback. And the third option is a family business discussion. Have a family meeting this week. Brainstorm, what can we build together? Start tiny. Don't try all 3 of these at once. Pick one, start small. Go ahead and comment below. Let's help each other build resilience. We'll continue this next week. As for now, remember, you're not being greedy or not trusting in the Lord. You're being wise. You're stewarding what God gave you. Multiple income streams result in biblical wisdom for uncertain times. I'm Larry Holmes. Go now in grace and peace.